Good afternoon. I'm Steve Meeker, Vice President for University Advancement. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration ceremony of Black Hills State University's 12th President, Mr. Steve Elliott. Please rise for the presentation of colors by cadets from the Black Hills State University Military Science Department. And now the Presidential Inauguration Band under the direction of Dr. David Berberick, Associate Professor of Music and Director of Bands. Bearing the mace of Black Hills State University is Miss Bailey Froelich, incoming Student Senate President. Leading the processional is Emeritus President Dr. Kay Schellenkamp, Black Hills State University's 9th President. It is an honor to have her participating in today's ceremony. Joining her are other members of the platform party, including Governor Larry Roden and representatives from the South Dakota Board of Regents, the delegates, the University Administration, the Council of Deans, the Military Science Department, the Faculty Senate, the Alumni Association, and the City of Spearfish. Bearing the flag of Spearfish Normal School, Miss Teddy Dwyer, a current BHSU student. Bearing the flag of Black Hills Teachers College, Miss Sandra Addy, class of 1956. Bearing the flag of Black Hills State College, Miss Sharon Hemmingson, class of 1984 and 2000. And bearing the flag of Black Hills State University, Miss Melissa Barth, class of 2002. Members of the Black Hills State University's staff with representation from all departments on campus and in Rapid City. Members of the esteemed faculty of Black Hills State University, representing the College of Behavioral and Natural Sciences, the College of Business, the College of Education, and the College of Liberal Arts. distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students, family, and friends, it is my pleasure to introduce the 12th president of Black Hills State University, Mr. Steve Elliott. Please remain standing for the national anthem and posting of the flags. The anthem will be performed by the chamber singers under the direction of Dr. Jonathan Nero, professor of music. We remind all in attendance that proper respect is to face the flag, stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Men should remove their hat or cap. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrecked their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. I am pleased to introduce Dr. John Allred, Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to this very special event in the history of this institution. I'd like to take a moment to introduce the distinguished platform party. Will each of you stand briefly as I call your name, then be seated. Please hold your applause. In the first row on your left, Dr. Pam Caribou, Interim Provost, Black Hills State University, Associate Vice President for Academic Programming, South Dakota Board of Regents. South Dakota Governor Larry Roden. Dr. Kay Schallenkamp, Black Hills State University President Emeritus. In the row on your right, President Steve Elliott. Dr. Nathan Lukes, Executive Director and CEO, South Dakota Board of Regents. Regent Jeff Partridge. Regent Miles Beacom. In the second row on your left, Major John Lundeen, Assistant Professor of Military Science. Ms. Pam Jacobs, Spearfish City Council Member. Dr. Cheryl Anagnopoulos, Faculty Senate President. And Ms. Bailey Froelich, Incoming Student Senate President. In the second row on your right, Dr. Megan Reeder-Shop, Alumni Association President. Dr. Erla Marcus, Director, Center for American Indian Studies. Dr. Jody Cooper, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Nebraska State College System. And Student Regent Griffin Peterson. In the third row on your left, Dr. Cynthia Anderson, Dean of the College of Behavioral and Natural Sciences. Dr. Jarrett Moore, Dean of the College of Education. Dr. Amy Fuqua, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. In the third row on your right, Mr. Steve Meeker, Vice President for University Advancement. Dr. Brian Tandy, President of the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology. And Dr. Paul Turman, Chancellor of the Nebraska State College System. I would also like to introduce President Emeritus Dr. Tom Flickema, Black Hills State University's 8th President, and his wife Judy. Before we move on in the program, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to the Elliott family. President Elliott's wife, Molly, their 3 children, Ava, Jack, and Sophia. Now we can applaud. We're honored to host this distinguished platform party whose members have come together to bring greetings from the groups they represent as Black Hills State University moves forward under the leadership of a new president. I ask that each speaker come forward in the order listed in the program to bring greetings to President Elliott on behalf of their respective organizations. We will begin with Governor Roden.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for the privilege of being here. It was about a month ago that I visited Spearfish and Belle Fourche on one of the first weeks of my Open for Opportunity tours. My first stop of that day was right here at Black Hills State University, and I got to meet once again Steve Elliott. It was probably the 3rd or 4th time that I've had a chance to visit with him and get to know him. And every time we've met, I've been more impressed. As a governor of this state, I care about all the communities, but I have to say as a West River rancher, I might be just a wee bit more partial to this area of the state. I want all of our universities to do well, but I especially want Black Hills State to do well. That might have to do with the fact that all 4 of my sons attended college here at Black Hills State. We need to keep nurturing talented South Dakotans. We need to keep them in our state. And we also need to keep them in this part of the state. President Elliott is doing just that. Today, we aren't just introducing a leader. We are congratulating him on his proven leadership. He's lived a life of service as a Marine, he's been a leader in academia, and he has revitalized this university. Under President Elliott's leadership, Black Hills State launched an integrated market campaign. The campaign is targeting communities within 100 miles of campus to keep kids in this part of the state, and it's working. Enrollment numbers look very strong for this upcoming fall, and he has also re-emphasized scholarships to make sure that every South Dakotan has a shot at a career of their dreams. And he is reinvigorating the partnership of the Sanford Underground Research Facility. Another way we are keeping this part of the state strong for the future. I am proud of what he has already accomplished, and I am excited to see what is next for Black Hills State University. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the great state of South Dakota. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be part of this special day to celebrate the presidency of Steve Elliott and the start of the 12th chapter for Black Hills State University. You know, it seems like just yesterday that we were in the middle of a search for the next president of this university, and as the finalist interviews were drawing near, the pressure was starting to mount. You know, are we going to find the right person to lead this university forward at this critical juncture? It was a few days before the interview that I remember having breakfast with a good friend of mine who happens to lead the Nebraska State College system, and he told me, "Don't worry, we're sending you your next university president." I didn't fully appreciate what he meant at that point in time, but fast forward a few days to the interview process when I had a chance to meet Steve Elliott in person, and I knew exactly what he meant. His calming presence, his knowledge and understanding, his ability to lead with a steady and reassuring hand were unquestionable. At that moment, I knew Black Hills State was going to be in good hands, and he's proven that true each and every day since. I also want to take a second to thank Molly, Sophia, Jack, and Ava. A presidency isn't just a job. Without your commitment and support, none of this would be possible. So thank you for your willingness to embark on this journey together to call Black Hills State University and the Spearfish community home. I'm excited to see what Black Hills State has in store in the years ahead with President Elliott's leadership, but I know it's going to be great. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Major John Lundeen with the South Dakota National Guard. I also get to run the ROTC program here on Black Hills State University. I'm here to express my confidence in this man as our president, mostly because I have a little bit more knowledge or more intricate knowledge of some of his resume than many may understand. In many ways, somebody with a resume in the academic world has many accolades or attributes that might go over my head. A research fellowship or being published in this many journals. I don't fully appreciate that, but there's a 4-year portion of President Elliott's resume that I can fully understand and appreciate, and I want to expound on a little bit about it to bring you the full gravity of that 4 years. There's 4 years in the Marine Corps. We have that similar background. President Elliott was at one time a non-commissioned officer in the Marine Corps. Before you attain that rank, you're required to memorize and apply what a leader is. Leadership is the sum of those qualities of intellect, human understanding, and moral character that enable a person to inspire and control a group of people successfully. Now, when you join the Marine Corps, there could be many motivations. If you're joining for college, you're going to find a job away from the front lines. But if there's something more to make you want to serve, a life of service, you seek those jobs that nobody else wants, those jobs that put you on the front lines, like becoming part of a Marine Expeditionary Unit. As far as the Marine Corps is an elite fighting force, the Marine Expeditionary Unit is the elite of the Marine Corps. That's an expeditionary unit that has capability to have boots on ground anywhere in the world within 24 hours. And every Marine that comes to that unit has been through months of rigorous training just to get to that point. And then together as a team, they train and they go through certain battle drills until they attain a level of proficiency that they can be titled Special Operations Capable. That's a big deal as well, because in the Pentagon's eyes, that team has the same capabilities as any Green Beret team, a SEAL team, those teams you've heard of. That's what a Marine Expeditionary Unit is. That's what our president was a part of. And like many jobs, your next job is indicative of your performance in your last job. And his job after his time with the MU, he was placed in charge of a marksmanship training unit as a corporal, an E4. And a non-commissioned officer, but a corporal. That job was reserved for a gunnery sergeant, somebody more than 10 years his senior. And he was placed in charge of the marksmanship for an entire Marine Corps base. Now, if you tell me about somebody like that and ask me where they are in a couple decades, my first response would be wherever they very well want to be. If they stay in the Marine Corps, they're at the Pentagon, they're giving orders. If they enter the corporate world, they're a CEO right now. If they enter the academic world, they're a president of a university. So that is what gives me confidence in him as a leader. And not only that, I've gotten to interact with him, and I've seen those traits of intellect, that human understanding, and that moral character that will enable him to inspire and control this group, this university, successfully. So congratulations, Mr. President.
Good afternoon. I am Pam Jacobs, the president of the City of Spearfish City Council. Mayor Seddon has asked me to read his prepared comments due to a family funeral he is attending today. Please wish your condolences to his family. It is with great honor I prepare these comments for President Elliott's inauguration. I was greatly looking forward to being here to celebrate with Steve and his family, but a recent family event has caused me to miss today's celebration. The City of Spearfish was officially started in 1888. Dakota Normal, BH's original name, was originated in 1883. The mutual history of Black Hills State and the City of Spearfish has been intertwined for 140 years. It is interesting to note that the university and city were established prior to the 1889 beginning of the state of South Dakota. I am so honored to present this community when I travel across our great state. We receive many compliments of what a great community we have. Spearfish residents are blessed with the beauty of Black Hills Spearfish Canyon and being one of the few cities in South Dakota with a university inside our city limits. Black Hills State provides many opportunities for our community. Our high school students can access added educational opportunities in their junior and senior years. Many employers are able to strengthen their workforce for part-time help with college students, and upon graduation, many of them stay here to start their careers. Sporting events, musical performances, and other events at the university have a great opportunity in bringing the community of Spearfish and Black Hills State University together. In his short time here, President Elliott has made himself available at many community functions around Spearfish. A strong relationship between city leadership, community organizations, and Black Hills State University is of benefit to everyone. I look forward to a strong community partnership with President Elliott and his leadership team here at the university. Congratulations to you, President Elliott, on being named and appointed the 12th president of Black Hills State University. The city welcomes you and your family here. We wish you much success and happiness. We want you to feel at home and to make many new friends while you are here. Thank you for accepting your role in the best community of South Dakota. Welcome to Spearfish and Black Hills State University.
Welcome. My name is Cheryl Onignopoulos, and I'm currently serving as the president of the Faculty Senate at Black Hills State University. I've been at Black Hills State for 32 years now in the psychology department. It's my honor to be here today for the inauguration of the 12th president of Black Hills State University, President Steve Elliott. When I was given the opportunity to speak today, I was reminded of qualities of positive leadership, such as integrity, empathy, communication and problem solving, as well as intelligence and decisiveness. But it's also someone who motivates and encourages, building confidence in those around them. It has been said that leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. Positive leaders empower people to accomplish their goals. I've had the privilege of working with President Elliott this year as Faculty Senate President. I can say unequivocally that President Elliott possesses these positive leadership qualities. Black Hill State University is poised at a moment in time when our community, our region, and our state needs higher education more than ever. We need educated employees, educated entrepreneurs, educated inventors and creators, and educated citizens. We are also presented with new challenges to meet the needs of today's learners. As we move forward, we will need extraordinary leadership and vision to determine our direction. I believe President Steve Elliott is the leadership that we need. As we carve out new directions for BHSU, I have hope for the following. President Elliott will lead us through this moment in time as we continue our long tradition of exceptional, high-quality instruction. He will guide us as we move forward, updating what needs to be changed while staying true to our core values. And President Elliott will unveil us from a hidden gem to a recognized center for excellence, research, arts, and education, what we've always known we are. Let me wrap up with the following quote. Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can change the world. Welcome, President Elliott. I know there are great things ahead of us as you move forward with vision and action.
Good afternoon, President Elliott, distinguished guests, BH faculty, staff, and students, and our community guests. My name is Bailey Freilich, and on behalf of the Student Senate and the rest of the student body, I would like to extend our gratitude and our congratulations to President Elliott. At the Board of Regents meeting last week, President Elliott and I talked about how this was such a full circle moment. I was able to be a part of the presidential search as a student representative, so I have known him from the moment he was introduced to Black Hill State University. The second he got to campus and met with students, I could tell how much he truly cared about us. He wasted no time and immediately wanted the students in on every possible and realistic conversation. He meets with our Student Senate regularly. He has asked us to speak at town halls for the first time ever, might I add, and has invited us to be a part of conversations we never have before. He is always willing to work with us and hear us out. With him, the students have a voice that matters. During the search process, we knew we wanted a president that was going to be passionate about higher education, our student success, the health of the university, and our community that we have worked very hard to build. President Elliott has checked all of those boxes and more. I truly believe that we are family here at Black Hill State University, and we care about every student, staff, and faculty that calls BH home. We are extremely grateful to have President Elliott a part of our community. He understands our purpose, he understands our mission, and he understands why it is all so important. We have a very unique student population, and he understands what we need and what we want out of our education. I couldn't be happier about where we are going, and I can't wait to see how we progress even more with his leadership. I am confident that BH will continue to succeed. The students are looking forward to continue working together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. So, on behalf of the student body, I would like to officially welcome you to our Black Hill State University family. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Megan Reeder-Schaap, and I am the president of the Black Hill State Alumni Association. On behalf of the Black Hill State Alumni Association and our extensive network of proud Black Hill State graduates, it is my honor and privilege to warmly welcome President Elliott and his family to our Yellow Jacket family. Today symbolizes not just a new chapter, but an extraordinary moment filled with tremendous optimism, excitement, and anticipation for the future. President Elliott, your arrival at Black Hill State signals a time of renewed purpose and vision. We are deeply encouraged by your leadership, inspired by your commitment, and energized by your clear dedication to fostering growth, innovation, and continued success at our university. We firmly believe that your diverse experiences and your forward-thinking vision will open new horizons and create abundant opportunities for students, faculty, staff, and alumni alike. As you continue in this significant role, please know that you are joining a community that is passionate, resilient, and dedicated, a community united by a proud university history and driven by a shared desire for excellence and service. Our alumni community spans numerous professions, industries, and regions, representing the very best Black Hills State stands for. Each alumnus carries forward the values and the lessons learned here, making a meaningful impact locally and globally. As we look ahead, we are particularly excited to see how your guidance will build upon this powerful legacy, creating even stronger connections between our university and the countless alumni who call Black Hills State home. President Elliott, as you continue on this exciting journey, please know that the Alumni Association and our dedicated alumni community stand firmly behind you. We look forward to collaborating with you, supporting your initiatives, and celebrating the achievements and milestones your leadership will undoubtedly inspire. Once again, congratulations on your inauguration, President Elliott, and your family. Welcome to Black Hills State University. Thank you.
Hello, welcome. My name is Dr. Erla Marcus. I'm the director of the Center for American Indian Studies. And on behalf of the J. Stokori Center for American Indian Studies, we are honored to warmly welcome Steve Elliott as our newest president. Black Hills State University, as an academic institution, understands its responsibility to recognize the land on which we reside. We would like to acknowledge the land of the Oshete Shakowee that our university occupies and the significance that it holds for our neighboring tribal people. Our community at Black Hills State looks forward to continuing to move forward in strength, trust, and collaboration with a continued focus on the future of empowering our students to be leaders in their disciplines that will impact our region and beyond. As a welcome and recognition of your leadership, President Elliott, the Center for American Indian Studies would like to present you with a gift. I would like to invite Dr. Rosie Sprague to assist me with the presentation of a star quilt, and I'd also like to invite Raina Ghostbear. She is co-president of our Lakota Amniche, and she will read a brief explanation of the significance of gifting and receiving of a star quilt.
The pattern of the star quilt is made of small diamonds pieced together in 8 sections. These sections join together to create the 8-point star. The pattern of the star quilt is inspired by the morning star. The morning star is the last and brightest star in the eastern horizon before dawn. It is believed the morning star represents the way the spirits come to earth and serves as the link between the living and those who have passed. Historically, the star patterns were created with plant dyes and adorned buffalo hides and teepees. When missionaries arrived in the mid to late 1800s, they introduced textiles and sewing to Native American women, and the star quilt was born. The star quilt's tradition of honor grew as the quilts were draped around the shoulders of Lakota warriors and hunters when they returned from battle. As a United States veteran, President Elliott retains the right as a Kichita, a warrior, and we honor him this way. Today's star quilts are one of the most valued gifts of the Native peoples and are still draped over the shoulders of the recipient to symbolize protection on their journey through life. Generosity is an important virtue among the beliefs and traditions of the Oshete Shakowee people. The image of a star quilt serves as a reminder of the significance and honor that comes from giving to others.
Thank you for your greetings and well wishes for President Elliott. Now please enjoy the chamber singers as they perform as Torrance in Summer by Edward Alger.
As torrents in summer have dried in their channels, suddenly rise, suddenly
Students, family, friends, colleagues, Mr. Speaker, former regents, welcome. We thank you for being here today. On behalf of the South Dakota Board of Regents, it's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Steve Elliott to the podium here. Mr. Elliott, the Board of Regents, along with the representatives from faculty, staff, alumni, community, have chosen you to lead this great university. You have the task of bringing Black Hills State University to the next level, something we talked about a lot during the selection committee, and we believe that you are up to the task. We look forward to you carrying out the mission of the university, recognizing new possibilities and seizing those opportunities. We believe you're qualified to accomplish this, bringing the energy to the table based on your past experience, your determination, your optimism, and your collaborative management approach. We think those attributes will serve this university well. And now we'll have the honor of having President Emeritus Dr. Kay Schellenkamp assist me with this investiture. Will you please make that happen, Kay? Is it right here on the table up here, Steve? We needed a little van of lights, Steve. Come on. Mr. Elliott, the ceremony consists of placing on your shoulders the medallion of the university, which symbolizes the high office that you now hold. By virtue of this authority given to you by the South Dakota Board of Regents, by the state of South Dakota, I present you the presidency of Black Hills State University, along with the assurance that you will have the full support of the Board of Regents in your endeavors. Students, faculty, staff, colleagues, family, friends, I now present you the 12th president of Black Hills State University, Mr. Steve Elliott.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to stand before you on this momentous occasion as we celebrate the inauguration of my very good friend and colleague, Mr. Steve Elliott. Our paths initially crossed in 2014. Steve was serving as an academic dean at Wayne State College in Nebraska, and I was transitioning from my role as an academic dean at Peru State College to my current system-level role of Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs in the Nebraska State College System Office. His quick wit and dry sense of humor immediately caught my attention during my visits to campus. And when the individual serving as the academic vice president at Wayne State resigned, and Steve was selected to serve as interim VPAA, the hard but rewarding work of leading and evolving academic affairs for both Wayne State and the system brought us together on a regular basis. Steve permanently moved into the academic vice president position in 2016, and as commonly occurs during that first year in a new position, there were a number of issues that required his attention. As he took each one on with his usual calm demeanor, he would often reach out to me for input or assistance, or in some cases, just to give me a heads up. We both still refer to his first year as VPAA as the pigeon year, for it seemed once he addressed one issue, another one would present itself. Various individuals might have heard us use a pigeon coup during many a situation. I don't know if Steve continues to proudly display the pigeon award we gave him at the end of that first year, but if it's in his current office, you now know the story behind it. Over the years, as Steve took on a number of projects that are generally known to be complex and uncomfortable at best, I was able to watch his leadership acumen continue to develop. Whether it was a rehaul of the general education requirements, a transition to a new learning management system, or an academic reorganization, Steve engaged with various campus constituents throughout each process, identified desired outcomes and processes, and was ultimately successful in moving these initiatives to completion. Through our collective work at the system level, we dismantled and rebuilt a number of processes, including rank promotion and tenure, annual faculty evaluation, academic program review, add, drop, and no-show student registration processes, adjusted faculty workload, as well as both served on the Nebraska State College bargaining team for faculty negotiations. I can honestly state that during each of these processes, his impact led to a more stronger and more effective process through his input and recommendations. As many of you have or are still learning, Steve's unique background allows him to effortlessly combine the stealth, strategy, and stamina he developed during his time serving our country as a Marine with the creativity, innovativeness, and vision that comes with being an amazing artist and sculptor. The result is a dynamic and impactful leader who engages, listens, then takes action for the betterment of the institution and the community. His pragmatic outlook always places students at the center of every conversation or decision, and regardless of the role in which he serves, students will experience increased opportunities for success under his leadership. When Steve called to let me know that he had been offered and was going to accept this leadership position, I was personally very sad for me, but so overjoyed and excited for him and this university. Through our conversations during the past year, it's clear that he is enjoying his role as president here at Black Hills State University and that he and his family are fully embracing all that Spearfish, South Dakota, and the region have to offer. While I miss interacting with him on a regular basis, I acknowledge he is exactly where he's supposed to be. And so with that, I'm very proud to introduce Black Hills State University's 12th president and my dear friend, Mr. Steve Elliott.
Thank you for those kind words, Jody. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and it is with gratitude and deep humility that I stand before you today as the 12th president of Black Hills State. I am beyond honored to join this legacy. For those of you who know me well, you know this is not just a moment about personal significance for me. This is a celebration of a team effort and an acknowledgement to those who have contributed to my journey along the way, many of whom are in the audience today. To Governor and First Lady Roden, legislators, my family, friends, colleagues, former professors, mentors, and students, thank you for making the time to be here today. I know many of you traveled a great distance to be here. I am overwhelmed by the faces I see who have been so instrumental to my life, career, and my development as a learner, teacher, and leader over the past 30 years. And right now, I'd like to recognize a few of them who are here with us this afternoon. One of my mentors from 30 years ago is here today. John Swindell, Professor Emeritus at the University of Kansas, who not only inspired me in the elements and principles of three-dimensional design, but set me on a trajectory to pursue my MFA after I graduated from the University of Kansas and ultimately start my career as a professor. John, please stand and be recognized. After I graduated from the University of Maryland, I was given the opportunity of a lifetime. There was an opening for a one-year interim faculty position at Wayne State College in what was described to me as the wilds of Nebraska. And Dr. Pearl Hansen, now Professor Emeritus at Wayne State, was the department chair at the time. Pearl took me in, helped me navigate the higher education landscape as a new faculty member, and over 20 years, we did some amazing public art projects with students together. I remember nearly 20 years ago today when Pearl said, and I quote, "Steve, you're going to make a really good department chair someday." And I didn't agree with her at the time. Little did I know that, and little did Pearl know, that she had set my trajectory at that point. And when I later did become the chair and eventually the dean and then the vice president for academic affairs at Wayne State, I will be forever grateful for those opportunities. Pearl, please stand and be recognized as well. During my time at Wayne State, I was also fortunate to work with two outstanding professionals who are with me here on the platform party. First, Dr. Jody Cooper, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at the Nebraska State College System, who just introduced me, is one of the greatest people I've ever known. I've worked closely with Jody for more than 10 years now, and I can't tell you how happy I was to hear that she has just been named interim president at Chadron State College this year. Chadron could not be in better hands, and I am so excited for their future. Jody, please stand and be recognized, and please give her a round of applause. Congratulations. And finally, we've heard about Dr. Paul Turman already, Chancellor of the Nebraska State College System, who is no stranger to South Dakota. Before arriving in Nebraska, Paul had served as the South Dakota Board of Regents Vice President for Academic Affairs, having worked in the system office since 2006. When he came to Nebraska, Paul was instrumental in leading the Nebraska State Colleges in enrollment growth during the 2020 pandemic, which occurred in only 2% of regional public universities across the country. Now, anyone who's had the opportunity to work with Paul knows that he's approachable, knowledgeable, generous with his time and expertise, and he's just all around fun to work with. When Paul says, "I'm from the system office and I'm here to help," he actually means it. Paul, please stand and be recognized. Now, as I reflect on my first year as president, I am thankful for the warm welcome my family and I have received by our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and the Spearfish community. While this past year has brought many challenges, I am proud of the progress that we have made together as an institution and as a system in South Dakota. One of the most pressing issues in higher education is enrollment, and Black Hills State is no exception. And one of the first observations that I made when I arrived is that we are one of the best kept secrets in South Dakota, and we are in the process of changing that. Our new integrated marketing campaign, which Governor Roden mentioned earlier, is focused on brand awareness, digital outreach, social media, and search engine optimization, industry standard things that we need to do, which have already contributed to a significant rise in applications and admissions for our fall 2025 academic year. Please join me in giving a round of applause to our admissions team and our marketing team for their outstanding work. Now, beyond marketing and recruitment efforts, we are working diligently to secure external funding through fundraising and grant programs to make higher education more accessible, and we have broken records at every turn. In just one example this past year, we had a record increase in more than $1 million in awarded foundation scholarships, helping to reduce student debt and expand our educational opportunities for our students. Now, the future of Black Hills State will be shaped by determination and academic innovation. We have set the stage, and we are getting down to business. Over this past year, we restructured our university framework, transitioning to 4 distinct colleges. We are also in the process of searching for a new provost to ensure guidance, innovation, creativity, forward momentum, and stability well into the future. This realignment enhances our ability to develop new academic programs, enhance existing programs, and more effectively serve undergraduate and graduate students in the Black Hills. This will also allow many more opportunities for Black Hills State to expand our regional partnerships. As our commitment to community, business, and industry partnerships remains stronger than ever, our collaboration with the Spearfish School District on the Fast Track Admissions Program is already showing promising results. Our partnership with Monument Health has significantly bolstered our nursing program through their generosity in providing scholarships and helping to fund the Monument West River Health Science Center addition in Rapid City. Additionally, we continue to strengthen ties with the Indian University of North America at Crazy Horse Memorial through our 7th Gen Summer Program, which achieved a 100% retention rate this year, offering students the opportunity to complete their first semester of college tuition-free. Another highlight of this past year was our continued collaboration with the Sanford Underground Research Facility, also known as SURF, where dark matter and neutrino experiments at the Black Hills State Underground campus are shielded from cosmic radiation by a mile of rock underground. We were honored last fall to host the Department of Energy and National Lab directors on campus, which provided our students and faculty with an unparalleled opportunity to engage with some of the brightest minds and physicists in the world. It's amazing to think all of this is happening right here in the Black Hills. Across the country, especially in the Midwest, many regional universities are struggling in areas with decreasing populations. Unlike many of our neighboring states, we are strategically positioned in the Black Hills to serve new audiences. This is a fast-growing region where the number of high school graduates and adult learners is increasing and expected to do so for quite some time. While we currently provide excellent degree options for students, we have a unique opportunity to expand our offerings in Spearfish, in Rapid City, at Ellsworth Air Force Base, and the surrounding region. With the support of the state of South Dakota and the Board of Regents, we are adapting to the workforce needs of the state by developing new academic programs with highly flexible formats to meet this new population of students where they are at. We also stand ready to support our service members, dependents, and veterans in pursuing their higher education goals. As a Marine Corps veteran, I was a non-traditional first-generation college student pursuing my degree on the Montgomery GI Bill. And it was faculty like John and Pearl and Jody and Paul who were willing to think outside of those traditional pathways that we are all so accustomed to in order to get students like me over the finish line so I could be here today. Please join me in giving a round of applause to our outstanding faculty, staff, and higher education leaders who are helping students reach their goals every single day. As we move forward, I remain confident in the future of Black Hills State. The enthusiasm of our students, the dedication of our faculty and staff, and the support of our alumni and community continues to drive our success. Together, we are building a stronger, more vibrant Black Hills State, one that honors its past while embracing the possibilities of the future. As I stand before you today, I am humbled by the trust you have placed in me. The journey ahead will not always be easy, but I do truly believe that there is no limit to what we can all accomplish together. On behalf of the entire university, I want to thank you for your confidence, your partnership, your passion, and everything that you do for this great institution. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to ask Major John Lundeen to come forward for the Purple Heart University presentation.
Thanks, sir. Good afternoon again. Major Lundeen here. It's me again. As part of today's ceremonies, we're proud to announce that the Military Order of the Purple Heart Organization has officially added Black Hills State University to its distinguished list of Purple Heart universities. While BHSU has long been known as a military-friendly university because of our ongoing commitment to supporting those who have served, any campus seeking the designation as a Purple Heart University must take concerted, specific efforts to support not only the military-affiliated population, but also those that have sacrificed their most precious resource, their bodies, in the defense of this nation. At this time, I'd like to call forward three extraordinary individuals: Mr. Lars Perry, Mr. Wayne Munt, and Mr. Bill Dunbar. Gentlemen, if you would please join me on stage. Lars Perry served 24 years in the U.S. Army, retiring as a first sergeant. On September 25, 2007, while serving in Afghanistan, Lars was wounded by a suicide vehicle-borne improvised explosive device, a SVBID, as we call them, during a military convoy. At the time, he was working directly with the Afghan National Army as a member of an embedded training team. On March 11, 1971, while serving as a combat medic with the 327th Infantry in the Republic of Vietnam, Specialist 4 Wayne Munt displayed extraordinary heroism under fire. During an intense enemy mortar attack at Fire Base Kjo, Specialist Munt rushed to aid to the wounded, even after receiving multiple wounds from flying shrapnel himself. Disregarding his own injuries, he treated others and helped evacuate them to safety. His actions were instrumental in saving the lives of his comrades. For his valor, he was awarded both the Silver Star and the Purple Heart. In April 1968, during the Tet Offensive, Bill Dunbar was serving with the 1st Cavalry Division, Air Mobile, near the DMZ. His unit was called to assist Marine forces who were pinned down under heavy fire. During the mission, Bill was wounded and medically evacuated to field hospital. And after a month of recovery, he returned to his unit to continue serving alongside his fellow soldiers. The presence of these 3 fine gentlemen is a powerful reminder of the sacrifices our service members have made. The Purple Heart is awarded to those who have been wounded or killed as a result of enemy action while in service to our nation. It is one of the oldest U.S. military honors, with its origins dating back to General George Washington. Today, it remains a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and resilience. If there are any other Purple Heart recipients with us in the audience, I invite you to please stand so we can recognize you along with these 3. First Sergeant Perry is also here as a representative of the Military Order of the Purple Heart that has officially recognized our new status as a Purple Heart University. BHSU joins South Dakota State University as the only other university in the state with this designation. At this time, I'd like to invite President Elliott to come forward to accept a token of recognition from First Sergeant Perry. First Sergeant Perry is presenting him with a Purple Heart parking sign, which is one of the many symbols of one of the ways that our campus will show its appreciation of our combat wounded veterans. As we mentioned, President Elliott, a proud Marine Corps veteran himself, represents the leadership and values that make this university a place where veterans can thrive. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you all for your service to this country. Your bravery, sacrifice, and strength do not go unnoticed. President Elliott, we thank you for your service as well and for your vision for Black Hills State University. We welcome you as our president and look forward to working with you as the university moves into a new era. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the people who came together to make this event possible, including the Black Hills State University Music Department, the Black Hills State University Facility Services, Marketing and Communication, Sodexo, who will be providing the wonderful food at our reception afterwards, our student ambassadors, and members of the Inauguration Planning Committee, especially Jackie Easton, April Meeker, and Jane Klug. Would you join me in thanking them? On behalf of Black Hills State University, I wish to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon to share in this historical event. You are invited to join President Elliott and his family for an informal reception being held on the other half of the gymnasium. We will conclude today's ceremony with the singing of our alma mater, and the recessional will follow immediately after. Please remain in your seating area until after the platform party, faculty, and Elliott family have exited.
We honor you.
Congratulations, President Elliott. Enjoy this historical moment in your honor. Platform party, faculty, and Elliott family, we are ready to begin the recessional.